Hey guys, it's me. I'm back and we're going to do a video. Today is a little bit different. Well, a lot different. And a little bit challenging for me. Well, maybe sort of a lot challenging for me because it's not something I normally do. And, well, so I gotta make a card or a tag for a friend. I've chosen some things. Everything you see here is just a starting point. But I don't normally make cards or tags. As you see by my channel, not something I normally do. So that's the challenge for me. And you're here to help me through it, hopefully. And just, I don't know if the video is going to be long or short or what, but hopefully we're going to get through it. And if you've not made a tag or a card before, maybe you're struggling too. And maybe this will help you. I know where I want to go. I have an idea of what I want to do. But again, you know, I don't normally, I don't plan my projects. This one I didn't I'm not really planned, but I kind of put together some more ideas that I normally would do for a project. Just because I don't normally do these kinds of things, you know. So full disclaimer, this could go totally wrong. But I did buy last year this Crafter's Companion Kit from Tuesday Morning. So it's going to be our helper because in there it makes cards. So I think we're going to go the card route because it's kind of already got the stuff in there for me. I don't know if they still have them. They're really cheap. And yeah, so we're going to use that as our base. I got a stencil out. We're going to use that with chalk paste. I brought out some card stock paper, some 6x6s I had. Some die cuts that a friend shared with me. So we're going to use some of those. Some of my favorite tissue paper, I hope to use. Brought out, I'm going to use some metallic waxes on the die cuts. Going to use this on the heart. Yeah. Some washi tape, might need that, I don't know. I'm going to use the sprays. Turquoise and sunflower. I don't know. And, you know, you need the embossing glue and black StazOn to do our edges. I don't know. But hopefully we're going to get through this. So I'm going to get started without further ado. Because, yeah, otherwise we're going to be here all day and we don't have all day. So, yeah, I'm going to try to make this as easy and painless for you guys and as possible. And I will you know, pause the video as needed so it's not too terribly long for you. But let's see what kind of base we're going to use. Because I don't know what I'm doing, right? I mean, yeah, so let's just see, shall we? I have not used, the only thing I've taken out of this kit is the stamps that came with it and stuff like that. They're with my other stamps and stuff, so yeah, I don't want to go black, I don't think, but I think I do want to go white, and there's some silver, and oh, there's some bigger cards here. Oh wow, okay. Oh, those are the oh, these are vellum sheets. Wait, these are these are vellum sheets, and these are acetate. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use any of those. Or do I want to use some of those? I don't know. Well, so this is mirror cards. This is die cut cards. These are just blank cards. These are envelopes. Probably going to need those, sure. And white and black cards. Let's see here. Instructions. Oh, Oh, that was the other thing I took out of this kit was the markers. So, yeah. All right, well, we won't need that. We'll just wing it. Probably not going to use those. But maybe we'll do, maybe we'll do, I don't know if I want these, because I have an idea. I don't know. Let me come back to you. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've decided on the base, I think. And I'm just going to say that I have because I have. And I'm just going to go with it. And let's just hope that it works. Okay. You see, this is what happens when you don't know what you're doing. Okay. So I pulled one of the regular card base. Because this is what I'm thinking. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. It's, you know, it's just very plain. It's just white cardstock. But let's give it some zing, right? So I know I showed you guys the two papers that I brought out. I think both of these would be very lovely. So, but I want to. These are slightly past 6 by 6, and the card is 6 by 6. So, but it's slightly past the card. So and I'm going to trim it down anyway because I want it to be. I'm going to bring it all in, kind of like, you know. You'll see. You know, it's the card. The space needs to be a little bit brought in. Okay. So I want to do something like that, but I don't know which one I like. So now I'm looking in the camera, and it doesn't really matter which way they are. There's no right or wrong, just kind of whichever works. And so when I give myself choices, that can kind of present a problem too. But most of it's going to be covered up. So which one do you see? If you guys were here, you could tell me now. Looking in the camera. Most of it's going to be covered up. We'll go with this one. Okay. So, we're going to go with that. Now, since this is 6 by 6, and these are kind of slightly past 6 by 6, let's get out my cutter, because I brought this out. Okay? So, and I don't have the greatest cutter in the world. This is also probably why I don't do cards and all that stuff. I'm going to take, I'm going to remove my glasses here. I'm going to take, am I recording? Yes, I think I'm recording. Yes, I'm recording. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do like a 1/2 inch. Let's start there on each side. And we'll see if that's enough. Okay? Now, all you card makers out there, don't laugh at me, especially if you're one of my friends. Don't you be laughing at me. I can hear it. Don't you start. Okay? Okay, that's the side I took off. I need to take off one of these sides. And see, I don't have the greatest cutter in the world. The blade's kind of dull now. And, well, yeah, there's that. It works if I cut it this way rather than the other way. Okay, so let's see if that's enough. I don't know why. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's going to be for. Okay, let's see. Okay. That might be good enough. We'll see. So then my next thought was, okay, now this is another piece of plain card, right? But let's cut this down even more. So I took a 1/2 inch off that, right? Let's get a little bit fancier with it. Just a little bit. So this is card making 101, beginners 101, because I don't know what I'm doing. So all you new card makers out there, either I'm going to say don't follow me because I don't know what I'm doing, or maybe this will help you because you don't know what you're doing either, and maybe you'll feel, oh, I only took a 1/2 inch, so let's take an inch off. So I got to take another 1/2 off for that. Maybe this will help you feel like you can do it too, because you can. You can do anything. You can do anything you want. So I took a 1/2. This was a 1/4. This is I'm taking a 1/2 off each side. Okay. Because you can do anything you like. So, and that's a really odd edge. I should have cut that edge off, but I didn't. But we'll fix that because we're going to fix that. And is this enough? No, because we want more of the blue to show. So I gotta take off more, and that's good. So let's take off. Let's make sure we get rid of that funky edge. So let's take off another 1/2 inch on each side again. So we get even smaller. There's probably an easier way to do this. You're probably all yelling at me, those that know what they're doing. They're like, Shawnee, you're doing this all wrong. Okay, so that's good. I like that. We got a lot of the paper showing. Now, here's where it starts to get a little bit trickier. So we're gonna have this. Now, this is a heart, right? And then I got these other two die cuts. They've got little tiny hearts on them. I don't know if can you see that? Okay, yeah, I think you can see that. So these are going to kind of go, like I kind of want one straight and one off. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's like barbed wire hearts, but I want it to be, and then this is going to sit in the middle, something like that. It's white now, but you'll be able to see it later. But doesn't that look cute? It's coming. My idea is working so far. Don't bet the farm until yeah. Don't bet it. Okay. So now I'm gonna get out something else that's gonna help our project. And if you got this, fine. If you don't, use a glue stick. That works too. I'm going to get out, my friend, the double-sided tape. But before we put this down, before we do anything else, we're going to start working on our pieces. And I'm going to get this box out of my way for a second because we don't need this box right now. I am going to need an envelope eventually. This is our card base. Let's get that out of the way so we don't get it all mucked up. Right? Okay. So first, I'm going to put the wax on these so they can start drying, because the wax takes a minute to dry, you know. So let's start getting these babies waxed up. Let's go to the salon and get them waxed up. Okay. So, am I recording? Yes, I'm recording. Okay. So my thought is well, this is getting embossing, so that's not getting waxed. We're putting wax. Oh boy, hands are not working so well this past week. Hold on 1 second, I gotta pause you. Okay, I had to have a little talk with the can. But look at that, isn't that pretty? And the smell. You gotta get some of this stuff in the studio or in your craft space. Smell-o-vision. I'm telling you, this stuff, oh, it looks and it smells so nice. Okay, so we're gonna give this black boy a little bit of color. So it's not just black, because this is metallic wax from Finnabair. It's called Art Alchemy Metallic Wax. It's creamy. It's the best wax. It beats out, in my opinion, my humble opinion, and a lot of you that know, that have been watching my channel, and that have these will agree that these waxes wholeheartedly beat out any other waxes, cream waxes on the market. But again, that's my humble opinion. And a little goes a long way. Long way. That is just going to look so pretty. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Look at that. Okay. See, I'm just barely tapping my finger on there. to make sure every part is covered. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Just make sure it gives a nice good coat. Give this one a nice good coat, and then they'll dry. They'll dry over here to the side, and you know, they'll do their thing while we're over here doing our thing. And we will go on. These things are so pretty, pretty. And this is like my favorite color. Well, no, out of these waxes, this color and that bronzy color that I'm going to use, oh, so pretty, so pretty. My two favorites out of all the waxes, I think. Yeah. Okay. So if you like using colored metallic waxes, if you do like a lot of cards, if you do a lot of what do you call it? Raised media, yeah, these are good to have. Okay, so close that up. That over there. Ooh, we better not do anything with this. That's our other card base. Okay, so put these over here and wash off my fingers. One thing though, these waxes, and I don't care. My fingers are probably going to be peacock greeny blue for like days now, because this stuff is very staining. Yeah. See? Blue finger. So keep that in mind. If you have an issue with that, get yourself some gloves or finger cots or something. Yeah. But it doesn't bother me. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the next step. While that's doing that, we will do the heart last, because that's the very top. Okay. Now, next step. That's going to go on there. Then, okay, so now we can get this guy dirty. I'm going to put on here. First, we're going to put a layer of this paper on there. I like using tissue paper, but if you have other cardstocks you want to use, you can use that. If you have rice papers, if you have, if you just have plain cardstock and you have stencils, you know, you can make a pretty design on there. You don't have to have everything I have. You know, you can use anything to put on your card base. You really, you know, you really don't have to have everything I have. Yeah, you just don't. Do you find what works for you? Find the parts that you like to work with. I'm just going to cut a piece off of this, what I want to work with. Okay. And then I got out my matte medium. We're going to put it down with that. Okay. That's going to go over there, just, you know, we'll put it straight. I mean, it really wouldn't matter which way it goes, but we're going to put it straight. We're going to straight. Okay. Glasses would probably be good. Okay, I need a towel, one of my trusty towels. And, okay, over there. All right. Get out my brush. Put on just a little bit of matte medium, or a lot, whichever works for you. I am not skimpy, but I don't have to use a whole lot because this is golden matte medium, and their products are really good in my opinion. If you don't have matte medium, you can use any decoupage glue you have. If you have PVA glue, if you have Elmer's glue, if you have Mod Podge, whatever you have will do the trick. This is simple card making. It does not matter. Whatever you want, or whatever you have in your studio or in your craft space will work and do the trick. And you want to make sure whenever you're putting on something, you always want to do the under and the over. So I will be putting a little bit both on the top and the bottom of this piece. You always want to make sure that all your collage, whatever you collage or decoupage, you always want to do a sandwich. And sandwich that baby in the glue. So it seals it in there. Okay, so I am going to dry that and come back, and then we're going to do a little bit of stenciling. Okay, I'm back. So I did dry this piece, and the edges, what I did was I folded them over, and so that way when we glue this piece on, the edges will be on there as well. Now, if you're new to any kind of crafting, card making, or anything, bookmaking, or any kind of paper crafting, and you're never sure how to, you've never done miter corners, the way to get your papers to fold over easily without giving you bulky bubbled corners, I don't know if anybody's ever explained this to you, is you cut the these were, it was all the way around it, right? So you would cut the mitered corners, or you'd cut the corners at an angle like this. So the paper would be, the paper's like this, right? So then you would cut at an angle like this across your paper, so that way, and you do that on all fours, so that way when you fold it folds over easy and doesn't give you bulky corners. Just a little tip I thought I'd share in case you're new and you've never done any kind of paper crafting. That I picked up a long time ago because I used to do scrapbooking. Yeah. Okay, so now it's a little wonky, but that's okay. It's gonna be fine. If yours is wonky, it's gonna be fine. Trust me. Once we get it all down and flattened, it's gonna be fine. So now our next step is, what my next step is gonna be, is we're gonna put some paste on this bad boy. You got just, excuse me, 1 second. Sorry about that. That was probably a little loud. My apologies, I should have paused it. Okay, what I want to do is take this, bear with me a moment. Okay, that one was really loud. I'm glad I paused the video. Saved your ears. I'm going to take one of my new stencils that I got from my stencils and put it right over there. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be lovely. So if you have any kind of paste, modeling paste, texture paste, sand paste, heavy gesso, regular gesso, just add some kind of baby powder or something to thicken it up. Any kind of paste that's kind of thick you want for any kind of stenciling work that I'm going to do, whether you do it on a card or on your journal pages. If I can get this thing open. It's not bad, it's just stuck. I haven't used, there we go. I haven't used this one in a while, and so I've got to loosen the plastic half. Let's see. But see, the paste inside is nice and creamy. Okay, so I'm going to get out some paste here, and we're going to do some stenciling. So if you're following along, and I hope you are, I hope you play along. If you're new, I hope you'll try this. Yeah, Just get out your stuff. Even if you don't have anybody to give the card to that you're thinking of right now, that you'll just get out and play. And I am just going to go to town on this whole stencil. I want to get the whole design on there, because then we're going to do something fun with it. And don't worry, maybe not the whole stencil, but a good portion of it. And don't worry about, covering up the paper. That's what part of mixed media is about, is layers, layers, layers. So, yeah, don't be afraid to cover up stuff you've already, layers you've already put down. We are going to give this something else. And there. And now I've got a little bit of sniffles, so if I sniffle, I do apologize. Okay, let's see how this is looking. I'm going to take a sneak peek. Oh, that's nice. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. See? I don't know if you can see, but you'll definitely be able to see it when we put some more color on it. But see that? How lovely. And you can still see the paper underneath it. So don't be afraid to cover up them layers, people. Don't be afraid to cover up them layers. Now, I am going to quickly go away and dry this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and it's all nice and dry. Yeah, okay. Now, let's see, it's flattening out as we go. All right. Now, I'm going to get out, let me get out a sheet of, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. We're going to make a mess. We're going to make a mess. No, actually, I don't want to make a mess without getting something to mop up the mess. Because you know what? You end up saving product, right? Waste not, want not, especially in these times. So I am going to get a piece of paper, and I'm only using it as a touch paper. This has magicals on it, so it's fine. All right, so now we're going to take our sprays, but I'm not going to use them in a spray sense. Keep these away from anything else, and don't spill them, okay? And I'm just going to put these, maybe I'll give this a little spritz of water. Get out the mini mister in case I want to use that. But I'm just going to strip it here, stop it here. One in each corner, because I kind of want to get the yellow and the blue to kind of blend somewhere in the middle, right? So we're just going to put a little bit here. Oh, look at that color. Look at that color. And we're just going to drop it around, let it go in between the cracks of the stencil. I'm going to tip it up some more. I'm going to let it just kind of travel. Hope you're seeing that. Good. You're seeing that. Okay. Look at that pretty turquoise color. Oh, I love it. Love it. Okay. These are Seth Apter's icing sprays. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Yes. Yes. More color. More color. Okay. There we go. I like how it just whooshes in water. I love that. Love that. Love that. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing, but over here. I'm going to bring in the yellow. Oh, look at that beautiful color. Look at that beautiful. This is really a pretty, pretty golden yellow. Like, OMG. OMG. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. think that is going to be pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Now maybe a little bit more of the turquoise. Oh, that was a lot of it, but that's okay. That is perfectly okay. Let me close up the yellow so I don't make a mess, because I would be the first one to make a right royal mess with it and muck it all up. Okay. Now, get out my handy dandy tweezers. And if you don't have tweezers, you can use your hands, whatever. I just, you know, let's see if this is going to make it easier to kind of, ooh, look at that. Look at that. Kind of get some green. Kind of, yeah. Kind of get some, it's too big for my tweezers. And I'm just not patient. That's the laziness, you know. Hey, I like to see. Okay. I think let me see a little bit more green in there. So since we have too much turquoise, we add a little bit of yellow, and then yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Perfect. Hopefully a perfect blend. Happiness. All the colors. Yeah. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love that stencil. Look at that. Okay. Now, we need to dry that. Okay. So I'm going to be right back. So if you're following along, we took our piece of paper, we put down some paper or tissue paper or matte paper or whatever have you, and then we put some stencil with some paste. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's, yeah, it's dry. It's dry. Okay, we're going to put that aside for a second, because now we need to work on our heart. So let me move this over there to dry somewhere out of our way. Let's clean up this mess a little bit. Okay, now for the heart. Get out. Some of those people out there have those fancy, nifty plastic trays that you can emboss on or in or with. I don't have one of those. I just use paper. So I am going to get out my embossing piece here, and I'm going to just stick this right in there. Actually, I'm just going to use my hands, because seriously, it's just a little old heart, right? Okay. Make sure it's nice and glued up everywhere. I want every bit of this heart to be covered. I don't want it to be, sometimes when it's not even and speckly, it's fine, but I want to make sure that even these little tiny areas get all gluey. And this glue stays wet for a while. Okay. So let's just do that. Okay. Then, oh, jeez. Pour that out on there and hope that we got it all in one shot, but if we didn't, we just go again. But it looks good. Tap it off a little bit, not too hard. Okay, looks good. I don't see any places I missed, so that's good. We'll set that over there for a second, and then we will pour this back into the pot. Okay, and then always cap these. Again, I would be the first person to spill it. I promise you. All right, now I am going to take my tweezers, because the next pot is going to be hot. You have to heat this really hot. So I'm going to use my tweezers. I'm going to get my heat gun really hot, and I'm going to move it, and we're going to emboss this puppy. Oh, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay. All right. That's done. Quick and easy. Okay. Ha ha. Still hot. Okay. So that's done. Now let's see here. Now brown cow. All right.
Hey, your food's here.
Yeah, okay. All right. So now I think I want to get the back of the card. I know.
Oh.
My son is telling me that it's dinner time. Let me get a piece of paper to prevent this from getting dirty. What can I set this on? I don't have a clean piece of paper at my. Oh, let me grab them down here. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, make sure my hands are nice and clean. Where's our double-sided tape? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the paper off. I like using double-sided tape because it's just easier. And if I wasn't being all weird with it, I hope I'm down enough. Watch me not be the right size, but that's okay. And this is, I don't have any of the smaller size double-sided tapes, so you know, you don't really, this is like what, a ½ inch or something like that, or an inch. There is smaller widths. You can go all the way down to like a quarter, I think, or something like that. Then I'm going to take this paper, and since the sides are rough because I don't have a good slicer, I'm going to get out this little doohickey thing, this thing, and I kind of like rough edges. So I think I said in the beginning of the video, don't worry about it. And this little doohickey thing, you can get these off of Amazon or at your craft store. It has blades in those little indents there, and you can just pull it along the paper and rough it up. Okay, and I'm just going to rough it up on purpose, I think. There we go. And you can go, you know, the deeper you do it, some are more rough. I like it because it's easy. If you don't have one of these, you can use scissors. Just be careful if you're using scissors. You don't want to cut yourself. If you're a young kid, which I hope you know you're not, because this channel is for adults, but if you're young, make sure you ask your parents. You know. But we're going to rough up these edges. Nice and rough, and so they're all matching now. If you don't like this and you have hopefully you'll have a slicer that doesn't make all your pages when you slice it kind of wrong. But I actually like the rough edges. Okay, now, see, not too bad. You can rough it up even more. You can use different parts of the scraper and get different roughing effects. So which size is this? Make sure, I guess it doesn't really matter because right now there's no right or wrong way to do this, right? But I'm going to take one off, and then I'm going to find this where it's even, right? Then kind of just eyeball it. There's no right or wrong. Put one side down and then hold that with your hand, and then you can take off the rest like so. And then that way your paper doesn't move. And it's on there, okay? Everything's on there nice and neat and even, okay? Even on all sides. Then, oh, that's gonna look so nice. I love it. Now, you can still see the design underneath too. See that? Okay. Now, I don't know, I guess I'll put, doesn't really matter. Card's gonna open that way. And so we're just gonna put it, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put down a couple pieces of double-sided tape here. And here. Okay, so far so good. We might make it to the end without a disaster. Finding what, okay, there we go. Now, this was, okay, this was the opening, so I want the, okay, so this is going to be our side. So we're going to put it just like that. Again, eyeball it to center it as best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. These are handmade cards, okay? I'm going to hold it. And peel off the one side, and boom. Ha! Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Now, we're done with that. Now, if you have a glue gun, get out your glue gun and use that. I have one, but I'm not going to get it out because, again, that goes back to the laziness, and I don't want to wait for it. And you guys, yeah, I'm going to use tacky glue for the next part. And that is to glue down our, oh, look at that. They're going to be perfect. Look at that. Okay, they are going to be perfecto. Okay, so now, do we do that one and that one like that? Or do we do this one and this one like this? It's all about placement now. We are down to the end, people, down to the end. Because then that, and then that, and then that. See? Oh, the heart's kind of, is the heart going to show? I can see it. Oh, what is it going to show? It's okay that they might, maybe it's just one. No, I don't like it with just one. Now I gotta think, is that too dark for the light heart in the middle? Maybe, you don't really want both of them diagonal, but maybe, I like that. I just don't know how to get the, I don't have pop dots or anything. Wait, I have, oh, but see, it's going to show if I do that. It's going to have to go like it is. If you have pop dots, and depending on the way you're doing the card, you can, you know, pop it up more and more and more and more. And I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm fine with it. It's yeah, I like it. I'm going to do this. Okay, so we're just going to do this. We're just going to do this. I'm going to take my tacky glue. It dries clear, so yeah, this is just faster and easier. And I'm just going to put little bits, little bits, little bits. On there, just like so. I'm not pressing real hard because I just want a little bit. I kind of want I don't want these stuck all the way down. I kind of want them a little bit free form, so they're kind of hold that one now a little bit. Okay. Do the same thing with the next one. Let's put a little bit. This is what I do when I'm here by myself and I'm crafting or doing art. I hum and I talk to myself. Do you guys do that? Tell the truth. Do you talk to yourself? I think if you didn't, you would be lying. Perfect. Okay. There's no theme of this card except for the heart. This is going to a good friend of mine. She's been good to me, and she's a sweetheart, and she gave us a challenge. So I hope I can make that she'll enjoy this card. I can't say who it is, but yeah, okay. And can't say who it is because she'll probably be watching, or she'll probably watch the video at some point. Okay, that's where it's going. That's where it's going, people. That once tacky goes down. Oh, yeah, that didn't. I was going to say once tacky glue goes down, that's where it goes. And that's usually the case. There we go. It usually doesn't like to move. Once it goes down, that's it. But my hands are kind of sticky too. All right. There. What do you think? Does it look good? Tell the truth. Put it in the comments. Let me know. That's it. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this completely, there's the dog. He can't get out. He can't scratch at the door anymore like he usually does. And if you've been following me, you know how he does. His name is Loki. For those of you that are new to my channel, he sits there and whines at the door now because he can't get out. But yeah, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this completely. Ooh, it's a little heavy. Cure overnight. I like to let all my pages and projects totally cure. Especially when there's wet media involved, sprays and inks and glues and all of that. Yeah, I like it. We did it. Oh, wait, we didn't use this one. What I'll probably do, oh, I already put the paper on. Should have put that on there. Maybe I won't use this one. Maybe we'll just leave it off. Yeah, because I think I kind of like it the way it is. Yeah, I do. I think I'm going to leave that one off. Yeah. I think the card turned out super cute. I'm super proud of myself. I made it without mucking it up. Hopefully, it's still clean everywhere. Seems to be. Okay, so that's Mixed Media Card 101. If you really want to learn how to make cards, go to Marta Maremi Small Arts channel. She does beautiful, beautiful cards of all kinds. Yeah, but yeah, so what I'll do, and once it's fully cured, is I'll fill out the inside and all that jazz. But that's it. I am super proud of myself. I actually made it through. So yeah, if you end up making something based on this, or your own card, and I've inspired you to try it, you know, tag me. Follow me on Facebook, on Instagram and Pinterest and all that. All my information will be in the description box. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you've never made cards and you're trying it for the first time, or you do make cards and maybe you want to just try my way, or maybe you want to give me some hints, or maybe you just like it. I don't know. Give me some feedback. Okay? Talk to you later. Love you all. Bye.